section. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the Service Society in Athens, which was founded in 1980 by the founder, which was a philosopher and poet, Dimitris Kakalitis. He died in 1995, together with his wife, Ioanna. So that's just visual seeing this. It's a whole, the spiritual healing practice that is in practice in Athens. It's based on a whole teaching philosophy. So it's not about a technique or a cult or a folk attitude towards illness and healing, but it's a whole philosophy that takes place through weekly attendance. So various activities I'm going to talk to you about later, individually and in groups, but mostly in group work, or via correspondence with regular follow-ups. And there are presently 45 regular healers and more in training, amongst which some are doctors and psychologists and psychotherapists, but there's also the, in contrast to what the example you got from Italy, is not perceived that this is a gift or something special that certain people have, but anybody can be trained as a healer. So that's the perception there. It's not something that comes through a special gift. And at the moment, there are over 120 patients, self-referrals. I mean, these are changing over time, receiving contact and or distant healing. Now, I'll give you a bit of an overview of the group work that takes place in Service Society. So the healers, they have to be in personal development groups on a weekly basis. They take, they participate in relaxation and meditation groups. There are open discussion groups for the public. So for people that they want to know about it, they can come and all this is free of charge, by the way, and I'm going to talk about it later because there's a lot of question about the financial side of traditional healing practice. There's also like a group of analysis of film, music, poetry, and short stories, again from a healing perspective. So, as I say, maybe what is closer to that in the Western world is how Jung, for example, and analytical psychology use different symbolism in film, in modern film, or in music, or in the archetypes and all that to translate certain concepts. But I'm going to talk about this later. Then there's the spiritual healing training groups that take place every week. The spiritual healing practice groups, contact healing group, volunteers group that go out in hospitals or in institutions or in orphanages and places where the patients cannot come in the premises, but we have to go out. And there's also seminars in Greece, around Greece, aspiring to expand internationally.